It's Mom and Pop Video Shop.
Welcome back to the Mom and Pop Video Shop. Am I a clerk? Am I a host?
You're a clerk, man.
I'm a clerk.
We're clerks.
But I'm Tyson.
I am Joel.
And again, we're going to assume that it's Friday night. Your Domino's and girlfriend are cooling down the 1990 Ford Probe, so you've rushed in.
And it's a new girlfriend because you showed the last one Eraserhead.
You know, I'm going to go once. Exactly. So, you know what? Let me rephrase that. Okay. You might have a girl and Domino's cooling down your Ford Probe, but it's probably not date night. You're probably on your way to a house party.
Ooh.
In which case, I've got
a house party?
It's not house party.
Oh, dang it.
But I've got a good one that I think...
House party 2?
No.
Okay. 3?
This one, we're going to have a lot of fun with this one.
Okay, all right.
It's from 1985.
We got a house party?
Yes, technically. It's a comedy.
Well, I would assume. We should write like a tragic drama that's a house party movie.
We could. We had the idea first.
House Party 85. Dude.
Stacked cast. Loaded.
I don't know, man.
Based on a board game.
Clue?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it is a house party.
Right?
I didn't even think about that. It's a house party. I was thinking teens. I was thinking like a teen.
Isn't it like a fun movie to play at a house party too, though?
Dude.
So
5 taper. Let's get this out of the way now. I'm not going to pretend.
Me too.
Dude, it's a 5 freaking taper.
I'll read from the back and then we can talk and probably bore
I could keep this as it'll be a very short ass video.
Exactly.
You need to watch Clue if you haven't watched Clue. Go ahead.
But if you want to stick around to hear us
talk about how much
we love Clue,
yeah,
settle in for a second. Here's the murderously funny movie.
Okay.
Interesting way.
Yeah, interesting way.
It is a murderously funny movie based on the world famous Clue board game. And now, with this special DVD version, you can see all 3 surprise endings. Was it Colonel Mustard in the study with a gun? Miss Scarlet in the billiard room with the rope? Or was it Wadsworth, the butler? Meet all the notorious suspects and discover all their foul playthings. You'll love their dastardly doings as the bodies and the laughs pile up before your eyes. Featuring all 3 surprise endings. Folks, did we mention that the DVD has all 3 surprise endings?
Yes. Which, as a kid, I remember renting it with my sister, because I didn't see it at the theater. We rented it, and I remember it was at my dad's house, with my grandmother's house too, and it was not the house I ended up in high school. It was one that got torn down, which is weird, because in our subsequent house, when I was in high school, it got torn down. Apparently, a lot of houses I grew up in got torn down. I don't know what that means. Probably nothing. But, all of that said, I remember my sister renting it, and I think at the end of the tape, I feel like at that moment, like something about that, I knew that there was potentially other endings. I don't know if they had the original video rental, like it said something.
Yeah, I don't
like
remember
you
it
might see it. Like, but I remember some point around then hearing people saying that depending on where you saw it, there were different endings, and thinking, what? That can't be real.
But isn't that, like, for its time,
that
was
great.
super novel. I
That's
thought that was
great.
cool. It reminds me, total, not even remotely related, but I watched The Beast Must Die the other night.
Yep.
And the idea of, like, that breaking the fourth wall. And it's kind of
I've never seen that movie.
You've never seen The Beast Must Die?
No, I feel like we've had this conversation, and you told me I had to see it, and I felt like I didn't want to break your heart to tell you I hadn't seen it.
We'll circle back around.
Okay.
But
that'd be one you could recommend to me that I could cover, and then if I hate it, you love it.
We're going to do that next time, for sure.
Okay. Beast Must Die.
Let's talk about the cast.
Got it.
Christopher Lloyd.
Yes.
You got...
Dude, there's so many. It's almost like so many, like, brain fart and forget.
Tim Curry.
Oh, dude, he's so great. Who's Miss Scarlet? Why am I brain farting? I got her. I can picture her.
Madeline Kahn.
Madeline Kahn is Mrs. White.
Yeah.
No. Yes. And Mrs. Peacock is the lady from Anne of Green Gables, right? Or was she in Private Benjamin?
Also, she was in Private Benjamin. And also, the old cat lady.
You know, by the way, not Anne of Green Gables. I always get those 2 mixed up. Go ahead. Sorry.
The old cat lady from Jeepers Creepers.
That's right. She was. Yeah, she was. I can't remember her name.
It drove me crazy because...
she was in a couple episodes of Newhart, the newer...
And I'm sure, like, probably Magnum P.I. and Murder, She Wrote as well, because everybody was in everything.
Why am I brain farting on her name, dude?
Eileen Brennan.
That's Mrs. Peacock.
Leslie Ann Warren.
Mm-hmm. What I was and am a fan.
Yeah.
Oh, and of course, dude.
The maid.
Colleen Camp.
Yeah.
Holy schmolies. Colleen Camp.
If you know, you know.
You know. Yeah, dude. It's
and
Martin Mull. Martin Mull is
Colonel Mustard.
Yeah,
right?
Colonel Mustard and Michael McKean. Right? He's
from Spinal Tap.
Yes, and he is Mr. Green. Yes, I mean, literally, we're not looking this up. We're just.
How about the motorist?
Oh, that's right.
The Deputy Hendrix from Jaws. I can't think of his name.
Yes, that's right.
And also from Halloween too.
Yes, and also my sister and I remember we rewound it like 80 times. We thought it was the funniest thing in the world. I am singing telegram. Bam! And we laughed every time. And that was, isn't that the chick from the Go-Go's? I think that's the lead singer, one of the lead singers from the Go-Go's.
I
think it is.
Man,
I might be wrong, but
this is, folks, when we talk about waxing nostalgic. This is what we're talking about.
Oh my God, I love
cast.
that movie.
The comedy is brilliant.
Yes.
The dog's barking.
Yep.
But remember the dogs in this, the Dobermans?
Yes.
And that was always a running joke.
Yes.
The running joke too. Where
and Tim Curry.
Yeah.
Tim Curry. And was it John Landis directed this?
Was it John Landis? No, Jonathan Lynn.
Jonathan, why do I think John Landis? Did John Landis have something to do with this movie, or am I making that up? I could have sworn he had something.
Story by John Landis.
Boom! Okay, so not directed by Story, but I knew his name was on it.
Yep. Produced by Deborah Hill.
It's just a freaking amazing movie, man. Dude, so here's a movie that is a comedy, first and foremost, murder mystery. And as a kid, I remember not being scared.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
yeah, but there is a little bit of a vein of stakes and risk involved to where it's not scary, but it's like weirdly it could be kind of a gateway horror movie. I don't know why I feel like that. I don't know why, but it has that.
I agree with you 100%.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like it's like a weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get big time. And I think we covered this early on in the show. Haunted Honeymoon.
Yes.
One of my favorites.
That kind of thing.
Like that kind of
or
big, creepy old gothic.
Yeah.
Mansion.
Or was it the Private Eyes with Tim Conway and Don Knotts, which as a child did horrify me. Yes, like that kind of movie. It's look. Obviously, if you're not a comedy fan, this probably isn't the channel for you, but it's definitely not the movie for you. But that being said, it's funny first and foremost, like hands down. But it is also just it's got this little bit of a dark edge to it that makes the humor.
And the thing I love about it too is like I imagine there's some folks who are like, oh well, I've never seen it because I don't know anything about the board game. Which is fine because you don't.
I feel like it would probably.
There's elements humorous, of that. Yeah. But it's first and foremost a murder mystery comedy.
Yes. And I'm such a fan, and so is my wife, that we actually took the kids to a play last year.
Oh yeah.
Of Clue, and it was fun because apparently the way they did the play, they actually every showing had a different outcome.
Oh really?
And at the beginning they would bring out cards and like they would do just like the game, and they would depending on what show you went and saw was how it ended. It always would end different. Yeah.
So guys, if you haven't seen Clue, God, go watch it. This is so much fun.
Yes. It is a fun movie.
And again, we've talked several times, I feel like, our picks for today's recording session. Man, a lot of
5-tape
folks but a lot of folks we've lost.
Yeah, dude, I know.
That sucks.
Yeah, there's a lot from that one. But to be fair, 1985 was 40 freaking years. Dude, that movie's 40 years old. Oh my God.
Crazy, right? And still holds up.
Yes, it does.
Wonderfully.
Yes, it does.
I'm not sure where in New England. I don't think they ever tell us 100% for sure. But definitely within driving distance of Washington, D.C. because there's
because that plays in the plot. Yeah.
So the romantic in me hopes that there's a lot of those houses that still exist and that someday I'll get to buy one and live in it.
And you won't want to come too close because the moat will be filled with crocodiles.
Precisely, and I'm totally fine with that. Creepy old gothic houses. So on that note, 5 tapes for me, 5 tapes for you.
Yeah.
Folks, thanks for stopping by the shop and listening to us literally wax nostalgic about Clue. And remember, at the Mom and Pop Video Shop, our love of...
God, I'm like scrambling for like all the different people in it.
Tough.
The Vagrant with Bill Paxton and Colleen Camp.
The Vagrant. That's a good interloper.
Yes,
right?
It is.
Yeah. It never stops.
Mom and Pop's Video